It's Monday the 7th and my Black Madonna deck has arrived, and as you can see, I just had a ritual bath in the sea. It's very peaceful today, very beautiful. It's kind of like the sea is really, it's very quiet. So it is Monday the 7th and the deck arrived just like maybe an hour ago. So I got here, I took the bath with intention, and I did some oil anointing. As well, so in this bottle I have a special oil that I made myself. It was created actually for things to be let go of, and for smooth transitions, and for stages of initiation. It was created after my father's death, and with powerful oils inside, with lots of sacred oils. So I'm using this oil also for anointing of this deck, because I know that the Black Madonna has amazing powers of destruction and regeneration and empowerment, and she seems very plutonic in that way, you know. So I'm curious to see all the cards, I'm curious to see all the altars, but more than that, even I'm really excited to read the book that Hettienne wrote, and I'm really just excited to dive deeper and pull my first card and see all the sevens in the deck, see the well suit. You know, there's so much magic that can happen with this deck. Without further ado, let's just change the camera angle and let's see the cards. So I think there's no better way than to show you the Black Madonna deck than on the ground, on the air. So the book, these stickers I put myself, but the book arrives at mine. One was signed, I think yours as well, with this beautiful Mary ink. What is it? Like not sticker, but you know what I mean. And the book has, of course, as all the books that Hettienne writes or her posts, a lot of information, but interesting information on Black Madonna and on the mysteries of Mary that you cannot really find anywhere, because she does a lot of connecting of the dots and comes from very historical, but also mythical, archetypal, intuitive approach. So, you know, a lot of people can, of course, claim that this is just her theory, and yes, of course, some are theories, but there is just a lot of amazing information that makes you think, and you can, you know, go off and do your own research after, the book has Hettienne changed the suits in the deck. So rather than have wands and so on, we have the suit of holy wells, the suit of holy trees, the suit of the black veil, and the living stone. So that would be cups, wands, black veil would be swords, and living stone would be the pentacles. So let's just take a look at, and you receive some of the holy cards. You receive the little Mary statue, and also there is also a little thing that Hettienne added to the deck. Also the deck, you have this beautiful velvet and gold bag. It's really well made. They have these golden tassels. And the deck arrived in the plastic bag that was actually opened by customs, and it has this awesome wax stamp by Hettienne with Mary on her, the mysteries of the Black Madonna tarot deck. So that's what it's called. I don't know how to do it to make it look a little bit. Okay, so these are the backs of the cards. The paper is a little bit different to Mysteries of Mary tarot deck. It's still pretty cool, but I think it will be easier to use. It's maybe a little bit, maybe not thinner, but it has more bend for sure. It has more flexibility and a little bit different finish. It's a bit more smooth. I'm going to definitely edge my deck. I'm just not sure what color. Do I want to do it black? Do I want to do it in gold? Do I want to do it in red? I will think about it, but I will edge it. I think it will look beautiful in gold, but also in black. But somehow, I don't know, I just felt like a red when I was walking and thinking about it. So maybe I'm just going to do this way. This paper annoys me. I'm just going to do a flip through first of all, because I think there is just so much that's like bubbles in my head. And I think, you've known me for years now doing reviews, and sometimes you just get lost for words. But Black Madonna of Rocamadour, this is like top of my wish list of places to visit. There's quite a few here, but the bride, she's the high priestess. Oh, it's so amazing. And my favorite, Diana of Ephesus, mother of all creations. I just love all this, putting it all together. But by Hettienne, Sacred Bull for the Emperor, Keeper of the Key. So as you can see, the names on the majors are changed. The Beloved for lovers. Oh, that's the statue that I sent Hettienne from, it's Maria Bistrica, Black Madonna from Croatia here. So good to see it in the Sacred Barge for 7. So I'm going to read up on that. And I think this is one of the 7 Madonnas from near Naples. I might be wrong, but when I see the hands, she's called the Madonna of Hands, because the story went that the Chooks were, digging in the earth, and they found kind of the statue of the Black Madonna hidden there. With Black Madonna, there's always, che belle, oh my God, I love that. With Black Madonnas, there's always a lot of stories that the Black Madonna's statues are found in the ground, in caves, in water, on the trees, and so on and so forth. So very nature-based. And the Rose Garden, it's beautiful. Mother of Justice. Is it the Madonna of Altötting, I think? Oh, this one I sent too. This one is actually the Madonna of Wąwolnica, which I also went on pilgrimage to. That's so wonderful. I love this altar. It's gorgeous. Lady of the Good Death. I'd love to see her too. She's in southern France somewhere. And this is the fiery water for temperance. That's the, I can't remember the name but it's from South Africa, I think, where Hettienne or Africa. Tarantella, so Holy Grandmother of the Weave, Devil for the Tarantula, wonderful. Shaktima for Tower, Starry Wisdom, Mantle of the Moon, so beautiful. And here we have Radiant Black Virgin, and we have the Sorrowful Mother, and we have the Great Rose, and here we have Ace of Holy Wells. So this is the minor arcana. So the first suit is Ace of Holy Wells, and it's with Michael, Archangel Michael, which was very present for me last year when I was in Croatia, with all the blues. Holy Wells 2 and 3. So this would be for cups. Oh, I love that. Powerful statue. In general, the altars are amazing. They like taken to another level even after Mysteries of Mary Tarot. Like, I don't know, much more intent and intense, but maybe that comes with territory of the Black Madonna. So here is the Holy Wells. Wow, 7. So I'm going to pull the 7s aside. 7 of the Holy Wells. She's powerful. 8 of the Holy Wells. 9 of the Holy Wells. 10. And then for the court cards we have the Virgin, the Bride, Mother, and Sacred Hug. Wow, stunning, Hettienne, stunning. So then there's Ace of Holy Trees. Trees are for wands. It kind of suits, you know, when we see the wands symbol with the growing trees. So lemons, very beautiful, powerful Black Madonna fruit. 2 of Holy Trees. 3 of Holy Trees. Ah, that one is amazing. 4 of Holy Trees. 5. 6. She looks very Slavic. 7 of Holy Trees. Is it... I thought it was Madonna of Montserrat, but I'm not sure. We'll have to check. Because I don't think it's her now when I look at somebody else. So Holy Trees, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Wow, that's awesome. And that's 10 of Holy Trees. That's Loreto, I think. Virgin of Holy Trees. There were so many apparitions when there is, you know, they around. I think this one is also from around the Naples, but I have to check. Bride of Holy Trees. That feels like feminine Christ or something, like Mary Magdalene. That's Einzi, the Mother of Holy Trees, with the crows, I'm pretty sure, but again, can be mistaken. Sacred Hug of Holy Trees. She looks like Baba Yaga a bit. And then we have Ace of Black Veils. Black Veils, I'm pretty sure that would be swords. And this suit is amazing in the deck. 2 of Black Veils. Yeah, 3 of Black Veils, like 3 of swords. That's cool. And Mary of Częstochowa. And then we have Black Veils 6, and that's 7 Black Veils, and one of my favorite Madonna, which I will go to see in Vilnius. She is the Mary of Ostra Brama. I love her. And then we have 8 of Black Veils. Wow, that's stunning. Wow, and this one, 9. I love the suit of veils, and Kalima, amazing, just amazing. Sophia, Virgin of Black Veil. Bride of Black Veil. Wow, it's stunning. Mother of Black Veil. And Isis for the Sacred Hug of Black Veil. The altars are amazing. Oh, and Eyes of Living Stone, the Black Stone of Mecca. I love that. Two of Living Stone. And I love how she called it Living Stone. I love this one. I have to figure out what it is. But it looks like seraphinite or serpentine, even from around Poland. Four of Living Stone. Stone is amazing as well. The Suit of Stones. The Chariklo. Six of Living Stone. She looks more like Montserrat. Seven of Living Stone. I don't know which one is that one, but it's a 7, so I will put it out. And here we have 8 of Living Stone. Look at the colors and this amazing heart. Living Stone. 10. Oh, I'm putting them wrongly now. 10. Virgin. Bride. Like I have to say that the dolls freak me out a little bit. Mother of Living Stone. And Sacred Hug of Living Stone. Whew. Okay. So I decided to pull one card, and I thought I'm going to record it just as it's like a virtual diary. So I thought, maybe you would like to see also how the deck shuffles. It shuffles really nice. It has this beautiful sound to it, like the first Mysteries of Mary tarot deck. I think it's similar paper to the golden edition of the Mysteries of Mary. And when I spoke to Patrick also from the Living Wheel, he said that the Mysteries of Mary that you guys can have, the later editions, have the same paper as the Golden Mary, so maybe you will recognize that paper at that sound. It's beautiful. And I was wondering, what do I want to ask for my first pull? And I thought I want to ask, what's the next step in, like, what do I need now to understand more, to connect more dots, Oh, there's, I think, one card that is a little bit scratched, but that's okay. I love that imperfection of the Black Madonna. So what do I need? Like, what's the next step for me to understand more? So I'm curious what archetype will come up. Let's see. I'm just going to focus for a while. And it's 3 of Holy Wells. And I don't know if you watched my vlogs, any of my vlogs, but from the well, but I did pull 3 of Cups there as well. So this is 3 of the Holy Wells. We know that 3 of Cups has to do with community. It has to do with people coming together. But let's just see what this Black Madonna has to say to us, especially from the perspective of, the companion book. So 3 of Holy Wells, that's how the book looks. It's Santa Maria del Isola. So like, it seems like Madonna of the Sea from Tropea, so island, like Madonna on an island. And again, Tropea, I remember from Alessandra Belloni's book. She went there and she was kind of raving about this Madonna as well. So she says, our ancient battered, Ian Begg, it's from the quotation from Ian Begg's book on Black Madonna. Our ancient, battered, much loved, little understood Black virgins are still living archetype image that lies at the heart of our civilization and has a message for us. The feminine principle is not a theory but real, and it has a will of its own which we ignore at our peril. It is an independent principle and cannot be forced against its will to go anywhere or do anything without bringing retribution on the perpetrator. That's strong words, right? The sanctuary on Santa Maria del Isola is on an islet at the village of Tropea in Italy. The church is built on a spectacular cliff overlooking the Azure Ocean. The ancient Marian statue that no longer exists supposedly arrived by ship during the time of the iconoclast. She's known as the miraculous Madonna that will harm or punish those that do damage to her image in any way. So how come the statue doesn't exist anymore? Santa Maria used to be a brown-skinned Madonna, but her iconography has been replaced with, of course, that of White Holy Family. However, the sanctuary of Santa Maria dell'Isola has such an ancient and mystical energy. In doing some research, I discovered that there previously existed a Black Madonna in the caves underneath the current sanctuary. According to legend, she arrived by ship, and the religious and government authorities agreed to place the icon in the grotto in the rock. The statue was too tall for the cave, and it was decided to have the feet sewed off to make it fit. Oh, that's interesting. At the first cut made by the carpenter, his arm was paralyzed, and the two officials who were with him were struck dead. She's classified as one of the Black Madonnas that maim. She maims, that punish, and maims. I don't know what that means. She maims and punish those that harm her in order to preserve and protect her legacy. She is also the Black Madonna that will fiercely protect those that harm her children. Wow, that's powerful, Black Madonna. The altar reminds us that we are protected from the fear that lives within ourselves. When we awaken to the many aspects of our own personality and our own projections onto others, we can also become aware of her protective power. Wow. We may have let ourselves and others down in the past, but once we know this aspect of the Black Madonna, we can call on her fierce protection. In this realm of reality, we know both dark and loving forces, and we know both love and fear. She reminds us that the Black Madonna is both the one that challenges us to face our own fears and the fearful projections of others, and she is also the one that brings us safely through these challenges. When we remind ourselves of this truth daily, we will integrate this mystery into our consciousness, and we will come to know the unconditional love, which is the ground of our being and of the reality beyond. It's interesting with the Black Madonna in general, with Mary mysteries, which also I think this is paradoxal, right? It's the one who shows you, like forces you in a way to face your fears, and the one who helps you deal with the fears and move through to the safer shores. So as you can see, maybe in some way it has not much to do with traditional tarot meaning, but in some way she also could be like people around you who, you project fears on, who project their fears onto you. So often we learn about ourselves a lot through other human beings. And I'm going to sit with this card. So if this is to connect the next dots, and the deck arrives within, the eclipse window between the last eclipse, which happened on the 26th of May, and the next eclipse, which happens in a few days on the 10th of June, which is the solar eclipse, like new moon eclipse, and the last one was full moon eclipse. The energy is quite intense. I am personally actually thinking a lot about friends, and if I was to move here, whom would I miss? How would I found myself here? So, well, let's see how that goes. That's just the next step for me to understand more, and I think there is much more to this card that obviously is in the book, so I'm going to sit with it. And you can always approach this card through meditating with the card, meaning just spend time in silence and see what happens, what comes up to your mind, like write down your thoughts, sometimes the most ridiculous thoughts, or something that you think has nothing to do with with the subject of some way, reveal a lot of interesting points to consider. Also watch your surroundings and what's happening in your life at that time. So that's what I'm going to do with this card. I think for now I'm going to stop with this, but I hope you will get what you need out of it. This is my Black Madonna from Maria Bistrica from Croatia. She's here as well, and my Venus. And of course I took also some of this was actually a gift from Hettienne as well. It arrived with the Golden Mary deck, but there's also all these special crystals that they've been with me for years. Each of them has a special story, and it's really important to me and carries a lot of energy from years of my life. And well, I hope you enjoyed this, and speak to you soon. Thank you, Hettienne, and I will of course be back with the deck and stories and how I use it, and for now just sharing how it looks. Thank you. I don't know if you still can get this deck. Maybe Hettienne will have some left. I will link all the information below in the description box. Let me know what you think about it. Bye.